All right, we're leading the 11 p.m. bulletin with some breaking news coming in, where the RBI has made some relaxation in withdrawal of cash from banks. According to the RBI, it's been reported that certain depositors are hesitating to deposit their money into bank accounts in view of the current limits on cash withdrawals from accounts, and the RBI has made some relaxations. I'm joined by India Today's correspondent Devina Gupta. Devina, can you please tell us what are the relaxations?
Well, Archana, let's break it down for your viewers that from tomorrow onwards, what the RBI is proposing is this, that if you are making a deposit in the current legal tender, that is, you're depositing money in your account, you're liable to withdraw above 24,000 in that currency. For example, if you've deposited in the current 100 rupee, 50 rupee or notes and the current 500, the new notes as well in your bank account, then you can withdraw similar amount above 24,000 as well. Now, this is being done to keep in mind the cash crunch that many banks are facing. And with the payday nearing, that is salary day nearing, the government is feeling that there could be a cash crunch that can be seen in the banks. So traders, for example, who would like to deposit more money, they're holding on to that money and they are fearful that they may not be able to withdraw because the 24,000 cap kicks in. With this tweaking of norms, now they will be able to withdraw more money. So the moment they deposit money in their account, 24,000 plus that amount that they've deposited, they will be able to withdraw more money from the bank account.
All right, thank you so much, Devina Gupta, for that update. We were breaking that RBI has extended withdrawal limits for people. Now people can withdraw more than 24,000 rupees from their accounts by checks. This is the latest on 11 Live. We're also getting some breaking news. The army has released evidence of Pakistan's role in mutilation of Indian soldiers' body in Machil sector. Night vision device with US markings has been found in the same area where Indian Army Jawan was killed. 57 Battalion Rashtra Rifles soldier was killed in Machil sector, and the army has released evidence of Pakistan's role. I'm joined by India Today's executive editor Gaurav Sawant for more information. Gaurav, could you please tell us about this incident, and does it completely nail Pakistan's role in it?
Army's Northern Command has released images, what it calls as evidence of Pakistan Army's complicity in the mutilation of the body of one of our soldiers in the Machil sector. Now, amongst the images released is an image of a handheld thermal imager, a night vision device, which very clearly says United States government property. And this night vision device is a part of several others that were given to the Pakistan Army in their war against terror in the AFPAC region. Top sources in Army's Northern Command have told India Today this is evidence that Pakistan is diverting the US military aid to fight terror, giving it to terrorists and to its army to fight along the India-Pakistan line of control. Not only has a night vision device been recovered, remember a night vision device was earlier recovered from the Uri terrorists and the Pathankot terrorists. So it's the same Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed hybrid terror group along with Pakistan's ISI and army that are making use of American military aid to fight the Indian army at the line of control and spread terror inside India. Now, sources say India expects the United States to get Pakistan to crack down on this misuse of military aid, and hopes under Donald Trump, the United States will be far more careful about how the US taxpayers' money is being misused by the Pakistan army.
All right, thank you so much, Gaurav, for that update. Indian Army has released proof of Pakistan's role in the mutilation of Indian Army soldiers. It appears to be a plot out of a Bollywood's B-grade movie. Had it not been so seriously disappointing, you could actually laugh at the plot. 10 armed men break into a high-security prison and escape. The shameful incident did take place in Nabha yesterday. Fortunately, 2 of the 6 accused, including a dreaded terrorist of the Khalistan Liberation Force, have been arrested. But there are far more serious ramifications about prison security in Punjab. Atir Khan with this very uncomfortable report.
It took the police less than 24 hours after the audacious jailbreak to arrest Khalistan Liberation Force terrorist Harminder Singh Mintu. In a joint operation, the Delhi and Punjab police caught the Khalistan Liberation Force terrorist at the Nizamuddin railway station. Mintu had a ticket for Mumbai. He was reportedly planning to go to Goa from Mumbai. He made it to Delhi, travelling from Patiala by car and then switching onto a bus. He trimmed his beard to avoid recognition.
शाम करीब 5:30 से 6 के बीच में जब ये गाड़ी आते हैं, देखिए कि बहुत तेजी से ये गाड़ी आ रही थी। बड़ी मुश्किल से उस गाड़ी को इंटरसेप्ट किया गया। गाड़ी को रोकते ही ये कूद के नीचे भागने लगा, तो जान जोखिम डालते हुए इन लोगों ने उसको ओवरपावर किया।
Mintu was interrogated by the Delhi Police Special Cell at Lodi Road. The arrest came hours after Parminder Singh, the mastermind of the jailbreak, was arrested from Kairana, Shamli in Uttar Pradesh.
इस ऑपरेशन की ड्यूरिंग हरमिंदर सिंह मिंटू को निजामुद्दीन रेलवे स्टेशन से पार्किंग एरिया से गिरफ्तार किया गया। बहुत ड्रेड टेररिस्ट है। इसका प्लान था यहां से मुंबई, दिल्ली से और मुंबई के बाद गोवा, और गोवा से एस्केप करना चाहता था इन ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम।
Meanwhile, Mintu was produced in Patiala House Court on Monday. The court remanded the Khalistani terrorist to 7 days in police custody. The prosecution argued that his alleged links with Pakistan's notorious spy agency, the ISI, need to be probed further. All leads so far in the Nabha jailbreak point to an insider hand. According to information with India Today, a gang of 10 men in police uniforms easily entered through one of the 3 gates of the jail.
So it's one of the major security, shortcomings. Moreover, if you can see, it's quite obvious the barbed wires of this jail wall are breached. They are broken. So it emboldens the criminals, the persons who are trying to breach the jail security, to come and storm the jail, and they managed to escape.
Police claim the jailbreak was carried out not to free Mintu, but some other gangsters. The Khalistan Liberation Force terrorist was included much later. The hunt continues for the others. Raids are being carried out across Delhi and Haryana to track down those who took part in the jailbreak. Bureau Report, India Today.
While mining Baron Janardhan Reddy made news for spending 500 crore rupees on his daughter's wedding, we bring you a story of a wedding that only cost 500 rupees due to demonetization. Take a look.
Keeping up with the theme of cash crisis, a couple in Surat got married for only 500 rupees. People getting married in the country have reported facing various problems, specifically paying for wedding expenses. So a couple from Surat decided to cut short their wedding expenses by just a little bit. They only had to pay for the wedding hall and the tea they served to their guests. Even Prime Minister Modi praised them at their Mann Ki Baat address.
गुजरात में सूरत में एक बेटी ने अपने यहाँ शादी में जो लोग आए उनको सिर्फ चाय पिलाई और कोई जलसा नहीं किया, न खाने का कार्यक्रम, कुछ नहीं। भरत और दक्षा को मैं बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद भी देता हूं और शादी के मौके को भी इस महान यज्ञ में परिवर्तित करके एक नए अवसर में पलट देने के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
In these trying times, the story offers some respite for the many tales of darkness. Bureau Report, India Today.
With that, it's a wrap on 11 Live. Stay tuned to India Today because up next is our entertainment show in the club with Sushant Mehta.